My name is Bree, and in this Tech Bite, we are going to be looking at the student profile within the staff portal and see what information we have available to us there. Let's jump right in. If they have been loaded, right away we can see the photo of the student here, their name, some basic information including their gender, age, if they have it available, their student phone number, and whether or not they are a primary sibling. We have some basic school information, what class they're in and year of graduation, their student ID number, homeroom, and if applicable, their team. Their primary contact is listed over here. In this case, we have the mother, Mrs. Rhonda Abiatici, and we have her two phone numbers listed. If we scroll to the right, we have 5 notes available for this student. If you hover over the note icon, we can see the name of the note. So this one is the general note. We have a principal's note, an athletic director's note, and so on. We can see here that Amy is allergic to bee stings, and we have permission on file to transport directly to Southside Hospital via ambulance. These notes are open-ended, so they could be as long or as short as needed. So in this case, we have just 1 or 2 sentences, but it could potentially be much longer. To the right of the notes, we have several icons, and for Amy, they are all highlighted as an alert since they are red. The first one are attendance alerts, and it is a calendar icon. The student has 10 total absences in this case, and you are able to adjust the alert totals. So if you wanted to have fewer than 10 absences, set an alert, or if you wanted to focus on tardies or unexcused absences, you have the ability to do so. Next to the calendar, we have the heart icon, which is our health alert. Clicking into that, we can see that Amy has diabetes as well as an allergy to bee stings. And finally, we have the special ed alert. And this is an indication if you have flagged this student for any sort of special education. Above here, we have the ability to go through different students and search for any student in particular. The first 2 icons, first and previous, are inactive right now because we are in the first student within our active filter. If we wanted to, we can open up a drop-down here, and sorted by our filter, we can choose which student we'd want to go to from this drop-down. Next, we would go to the next record within the filter, and last would go to the last record within the filter. Scrolling to the right, we have the ability to do an advanced student search. If you click on any of the column headings, it will sort by that column, first in ascending order. If you click again, in descending. You can also input a particular homeroom, for example, that you wanted to search for a student in. So when you click into the text box, when you write 101, now I'm only going to see the students who are in homeroom 101. And from there you can sort them in any way you want as well. To get to a particular student, you would just click on the checkbox next to their name and click OK. And that will open up a new student for you. Scrolling down, we can see we have the ability to expand all of the information for the student or collapse all of it. And this can be nice if you only want to see a particular area within the student profile and don't want to see a bunch of information that you don't need at the time. Going into contact details, we have Amy's contacts listed here. If you hover over the name of a contact, you can see a quick look at their profile. So we have the photo of Mrs. Rhonda Abiatici. We have her relationship to the student, her home phone number or the primary phone number, as well as their address listed here in the pop-up window. Within the grid view, we also have what relationship they have to the student, a primary phone, a secondary phone. You can also put in a phone number as an SMS or text message alert here, and also their email address. Scrolling back over, we're going to collapse the contact details and go into the attendance history and student details. Listed here, we have a list of the students' absences and tardies, both excused and unexcused. Added together, these will give you a total, and we also can see how many times in a row they have either been absent or tardy. Right here, we have listed the possible number of days a student could be present at school, and next to that we have the number of days they actually attended, giving us a percentage total for their attendance. Next to the totals, we have a grid view of the dates that the absences took place, the code, and the description, and if available, we have the time in and time out that can be listed as well. Below the attendance history, we have some more basic information about the student. If they have a nickname, it would be listed here, as well as their phone number and email address, their family ID, ethnicity, listed as a code here, their language spoken at home, their birth date, and if available, their birthplace. Scrolling over, we have a quick view of their schedule, which lists their class name, the period, teacher, and their current grade available in that class. And their schedule is sorted by period. Now we have the discipline records listed here. In this box, we'll show the number of discipline infractions so far. So Amy has 8. And below that gives a date, code, and description of the infractions. And because she has 8 and only 5 are listed here, we have a scroll bar to the right, which will show you all of the discipline infractions available. Next, we have school details. We have their homeroom teacher, homeroom number, their year of graduation, locker number, if they have them, team, their advisor, promotion status, and if available, the previous school information would be listed here if they were a transfer student, for example. Transportation details will show their mode to and from school. If they're taking a bus, you can show the bus number, if the students have driving privileges, and their license plate number will be listed here if available. The auxiliary details are the user-defined tabs. You can have up to 12 different tabs, and under each you can have up to 20 biographical fields listed. Within the student profile view, all of the tabs will be set to read-only, but when you go into edit a student, you could still have the tabs set to read-only or editable depending on the user. Different tabs can also be disabled, and they will not be shown for specific users depending on what you're looking for. Scrolling over to the right, actually I need to open one of these. Scrolling over to the right, we can see that though our student information, some of it is no longer visible in this view. When we hover over the name that is listed above each field or each grid, we can see a quick view of the student we're currently on. So we have Amy Abiatici, we have her photo, gender, age, phone number if available, as well as their basic school information, which was also listed at the top. To go to the next student, You can click on Next, but you can also click on this double arrow button here. So now we're on Christine Abiatici. And we can click back to go back. We also have a printer icon up here, which actually will bring you into the student biographical listing report. And this you can customize however you need to print out whatever information within the student profile that you are looking for. And finally, if you wanted to edit the student, the button will be listed over here above the student's photo, but this is also where you will be able to add a new student if you wanted. And that is it for this Tech Bite on the student profile within the staff portal. Thank you.